What's up, everybody? Good morning to you. It is Wednesday morning. I'm making my broth, so I figured I'd pop on and just say hi to everybody, see how things going, see if anybody has any questions, anything they want to talk about, kind of open just discussion, start the day. I'm thinking about doing this on a regular basis, maybe once or twice a week. If you have any fitness questions, if you have any questions about how to get started with exercise, how to grow muscle, how to reduce injury risk, any of that kind of stuff, feel free to ask. I'm going to make my broth because, I'm not doing coffee right now. And while I'm doing that, feel free to ask a question. I'll see what's going on here. Hey, Joy. Joy, I feel like I just saw you somewhere else. I wonder where that could have been. What's up, Franks? San Bernardino, California. Awesome. Woman Hunter Carnivore, good morning. I got to figure out which bone broth I want to go with. We've got... It's not even bone broth, just broth in general. Let's see, we got broth. This is from the stew meat, I think. The stew meat we got wasn't very flavorful, and the broth didn't really taste like much. Let's see. This is from the brisket. I think I'm going to do brisket today. Brisket broth. Because we're doing the lion diet right now, we got about a month to go, I guess. We got about a month. Hey from Spain. Hey from Costa Rica. I love it. I was just in Costa Rica. Had a blast. Let's see here. All right, we'll do this. Open this up. Guess I should turn this a little bit. Perks of working from home, right, Joy? Nice. All right, let me take this. I need to break this pot, this fat cap. Got a fat cap on the broth. Ooh, big one. There we go. All right, throw this in the microwave. Now, I have to do this carefully. I've been doing this a lot over the past week or so. Ribeye broth, that's got to be good too. I like that. You save it from the pan, or do you? Because we cook. I'm assuming you don't cook your ribeyes in a crock pot. We get most of our broth from doing stuff in the crock pot. Whipped tallow. No, I like it in the broth, Joy. It's it just tastes good. Like it adds a little bit to the flavor. I'll put a little. The brisket broth may not need it, but I've been putting a little more salt in there too because, something just popped. I got to do it for a minute, then stir it up, do it for a minute, stir it up, do it for a minute. If I do like 2 minutes straight through, every single time, I'm not even sure how or why it like explodes all over the inside of my microwave. It's kind of annoying. So I do like a minute, then I take it out, stir it again. That fat's almost gone. Still in there though. I love it. And you all say that I try to avoid fat. Just remember, prioritizing protein doesn't mean not eating fat. You need them both. Okay. Let's see. Today, what's going on for me today? I have a really cool opportunity. If you guys don't know who Dr. Tony Hampton is, look him up on Instagram, look him up on the interwebs. Really great guy. I met him in Costa Rica last week, a couple weeks ago. He's a metabolic health specialist. So he works in Chicago. He works in a big practice up there, but he focuses on metabolic health. So we're going to do actually a whole bunch of stuff today together. I think we got like 2 hours blocked off. We're going to do some interviews and some discussions for his YouTube channel, and then we're going to flip it over and do some discussions for my YouTube channel so we can have content to share on both sides. Super cool guy. We actually rode back from the house to the airport together, sitting next to each other, having really good conversations about metabolic health, fitness, how not enough people are doing exercise, which you guys probably know that already. But that's not, it still blew up a little bit. I got bone broth all over the inside of my microwave. Hold on a second while I clean out my, you guys want to watch me clean out my microwave? The joy. I'm not even sure why this happens. If anybody could tell me why my broth explodes in the microwave, I'd love to know. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Here, you guys can turn it this way. This is me washing a plate. The fat explodes, so should I take the fat out and like let the heat of the broth melt the fat in my cup after I've already heated the broth up? How do you guys do it? It's probably got something to do with the fat and the water heating up together. Alright, I'm going to put it in for 30 more seconds. It's not quite hot enough. Alright, thanks, Troy. Heat the broth and add the fat. Alright, see, this is why I love you guys. Thanks for the help. Now I know what to do from now on. I'll just put the fat in. I'll take the fat cap off, heat up the broth, and then put the fat cap in. Cool. Yeah, I could also do it on the stovetop. That would probably be better, but I feel like it, although this process doesn't seem like it's that much faster, does it? 30 seconds. All right. Here we go. The moment of truth. Oh, yeah. Fantastical. Looks like I have a microwave to clean later. I'm going to throw this stuff away. And we go sit down and chat. Sit in the sun a little bit. Oh my goodness. All right, what's going on, guys? Butter does the same thing in the microwave if I add it ahead, okay? All right. Good to know. Yeah, you'd think that the microwave would be faster, but maybe I should just start doing it on the stove. Get a little pot and do that. Or just use my pan. Does anybody else use one pan for everything? Being carnivore, I pretty much have one pan, and I use it every day, and everything that I cook is in that pan. And it's a non-stick pan. Yes, I know all the BPAs and all that kind of stuff, whatever. How often, here's a question for all you carnivores. Hey, Nat, we're going to do a quick survey on live. How often do you guys have to clean your stoves? If you're eating mostly animal meat and you're cooking meat every day, how often do you clean yours? Technically, if we were actually trying to keep our stove clean as possible, we'd pretty much clean it every day, but we don't. We clean it when we look at it and go, oh my God, we need to clean it. That's kind of when we clean ours.
Why are you airing our dirty laundry? Side note, that's you, okay? I would happily clean it every day.
You would happily clean it? I'd know.
But not all of your grease everywhere and mine every day.
Oh my goodness! All the women are saying every time I cook.
That's what it's supposed to be done.
All right, are there any guys watching who are saying that they won't wipe it down every single day? Because I don't. Sorry. It's a mess. Needs it every day. It's a mess. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm airing my dirty stovetop. She's smiling, but she's still mad at me. I would say to say hi to her, but you're kind of wearing a bikini right now, right?
I'm half naked, I was going to go get in the shower. But then I heard you talking out here.
Oh my goodness. Help us with the air fryer. This is why people use a grill. Oh, a grill. I should get it. Okay. I don't know who's working at Ninja right now, the company Ninja. But whoever it is doing their market research, and they're pegging every little button. So we have, what do we have? We have the Ninja coffee maker. We got the creamy. We got the blender.
Yep.
And I just saw that they have a indoor smokeless grill. Like, what? We don't have enough space in our kitchen for all this stuff. But I want an indoor smokeless grill. Just an FYI, I'll put that on my Amazon list. Traeger is life. You have a Traeger? Man. How are you doing, by the way, there, Teresa? Haven't talked to you in a while. How's your training going? You still running? Or are you just lifting now? What's up? The Ninja Foodie Grill 5-in-1. Is that Frank's? Is that an indoor or outdoor thing? Awesome. Does anybody have any fitness questions? Anything that I can do to help you guys get started with something? If you have an exercise you're not sure about how to do, looking for a program, looking for a way to get started, anything like that. I love talking about fitness. So if you have any questions, let me know while I'm on here. I figured I'd just hang out, see if you guys want to party. It's a broth party, I guess. Chatting between rounds of single leg glute bridges. I love it. Bacon on a steel pan. Indoor. Okay, so the grill is an indoor grill. That's awesome. How big is it compared to like a microwave? Is it like the same size as a microwave? Beginner program for deep stretching. Ooh, great question. Texas AKC puppies. Aww. Do you have pictures of puppies on your website? That's. We got to look up this Instagram account. They have puppies. Okay. So what was the question? Hold on. I got sidetracked by the puppies. Beginner program for deep stretching. If you go to my YouTube channel, Ultimate Ketogenic Fitness, I have a playlist on there that is called Mobility. And there's a bunch of stretches and things that you can do. One of the things about stretching that we need to understand is there's new science and there's a lot of new information coming about how the benefits of specifically just stretching may not be all it's cracked up to be. There can be some benefits in helping improve range of motion, but they should be done, most stretching should be done after your workouts. When your body's warmed up, your muscles are loose, synovial fluid in your joint is flowing, and you're already in that state of moving, so you can extend the ranges of motion that you already have. It's harder and takes a lot longer and can be a lot more painful, actually, to try to extend range of motion when you're cold. Okay? So the benefit of stretching, if there is one, which there can be done in post-workout activity. So right when you're done with your workout, you've gotten everything good, you're sweaty, you've worked all your muscles, take 5 or 10 minutes and do some stretches. Try to extend the range of motion that you have already, okay? Another tip for stretching. If you are moving in the fullest range of motion possible for each individual exercise that you're doing, you will have less of a requirement to do additional stretching, okay? The idea of exercise is not just to build muscle, but it's to build strength in the functional range of motion that you have. So if you're supposed to put your hand over your head, put your hand over your head while you're holding onto some weight, and you're going to work and improve that range of motion while you're getting your exercise in. So you can improve your range of motion and stretch while you're building your strength, and you can save a lot of time in the whole process. All right, hope that helps. Is carnivore diet very acidic diet? No. Acidity in your diet is not something you need to worry about, okay? The stomach is the most acidic environment almost in the world, okay? Like, you're not going to get anything in pretty much any mammal that's more acidic than our stomach. It is supposed to be that way. That's how we break down the food so that our body can utilize it. Okay? Worrying about acidity in your diet is something you don't need to worry about. Okay? The carnivore diet is the most appropriate diet for human beings because it is the most nutrient dense. It is the most bioavailable. It's the animal meat that we eat is the most readily available nutrition that our body can actually use and access. And it helps us stay full so we don't overeat. Okay? The carnivore diet is the way to go. And even if it's not carnivore, if you just increase the amount of animal meat that you're eating, you're going to be better off in general. I've been training for a whole year with a trainer. I've lost 30 pounds. Awesome. Way to go, Tatita. All right. 30 pounds so far. I'm planning on competing in my first bikini show in September. Fantastic. Congratulations. Let us know how that goes. Which federation are you doing it in? Same size as a medium-sized microwave. Okay, cool. Good. Lots of puppies. Yay. I recently realized, wait, what's going on here? Recently realized my hip flexors are amazingly weak. Okay. Favorite exercise is strengthen hip flexors. Okay. Traditional sit-ups with your knees up in front. If you're, depending on what you have access to, I don't know what equipment you have access to. Leg raises. Okay. GHD sit-ups. If you know what those are, you can Google GHD sit-ups. I have all of these movements I have on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel and search on these movements, you'll find them in there. There are, what are some other ones? If you want to get some dynamic work in the hip flexors, ball slams are good. Knee to elbow planks can be good for hip flexors. There's a handful of things. You can look up, again, you look on my YouTube channel. I've got knee to elbow planks. I've got GHD sit-ups. I've got regular sit-ups. I've got leg raises, V-ups, things like that are in there. Basically, when you're working anything that's going to work like your lower core and including your legs is going to help improve your hip flexors. Okay. There's some other things you can do with bands and stuff like that, but you can, if you don't find the video on my YouTube channel, just Google good hip flexor exercises and tons of stuff will come up. But that's a common thing, guys. It's a common thing. When people train, a lot of people focus on the glutes and the hamstrings and working the posterior chain because a lot of people are usually weak in those areas. And many people have tight hip flexors because they're sitting like this all day, and that hip flexor never gets extended, but that also means that it's weak. So there's a balance. You have to work the front side of your body. You have to work the back side of your body as well. I found out that I'm diabetic and told my trainer about keto, and she doesn't want to put me into prep on keto. Doctor told me that I need to change to that diet. Okay. Babe. She's in the bathroom. She's going to take a shower. So, okay, Tatita, what are your thoughts on keto for 3 years? I did keto 3 years and it was the best I ever had. Okay, for bodybuilding, keto is the best. That's my thoughts. There are a ton of benefits when it comes to an animal-based whole food ketogenic diet when it comes to bodybuilding. Number one, you are able to maintain a larger amount of food while you're prepping and going through the hangry phase of cutting your food to a point where you feel starving all the time. You really don't have to worry about that. Being fat adapted through that process is sweet. If you want to learn a little bit more about how that works, go follow my girlfriend, Natalie Grasso, the Keto Bikini Pro on Instagram, at the Keto Bikini Pro on Instagram. Okay, she just finished a show prep. She did a show in December. She just finished a show prep. She's on her way back through her coming out of that. But she's actually, when we started doing Lion Diet, she's actually at her show weight right now. And we're 2 months past her show time. So she was not hangry. She didn't have any hormone issues. She didn't have any issues with relationship with food. She went through the process pretty much seamlessly. Her workouts were fine. Her recovery was fine. Coming out of the show was fantastic. She didn't have those cravings and urges of, oh my God, I got to stuff my face, all that other kind of stuff. So I would say, I don't know how attached you are to your coach, but if you need a coach, if you're interested in having a keto specific coach who has experience in bodybuilding, contact Natalie, Coach Nat, at the Keto Bikini Pro on Instagram and see if she can help you out. But it can absolutely be done. Yeah, always stretching after dancing, that's great. Stretching is also a good way to cool down and just let your body kind of relax a little bit. So there's some benefits to it. I think we've, in the past, I know I have overemphasized stretching, and I've found that getting range of motion in your exercises is often a better way. Like, I don't stretch nearly as much now as I used to do, and I'm not losing any of my range of motion and ability to do things because I'm trying to make sure that every exercise that I do, I get that range of motion while I'm doing work. Let's see. Love Sun Run, good morning. Texas Puppies, hope that helped. What water do you like best? Reverse osmosis. I don't really get into that too much. We just got a high-end filter, but something that's supposed to be fairly good as a filter because we don't want to drink tap water. And we're tired of doing the fill up the thing in the fridge, put it in the fridge, use it, fill it up again. Like, you just kind of got to be a pain in the ass to use the pitcher filters. So we just got an inline filter in our apartment that I installed actually just a few days ago. I think anything's better than nothing. If you can do whatever you can do, whatever you feel comfortable with, as far as a filter or some kind of tool to clean out all the crap that is in our tap water, then go for it. Anything's going to be better than nothing, pretty much at this point. It's kind of like nutrition or exercise. Doing something is going to be better than doing nothing. Making some kind of a change is going to make an improvement. So do it and see if you like it. If you feel like you need more, especially if there's something specifically that you think your water is causing a problem with, try reverse osmosis, see if it works. If you're still having an issue and you think it's from your water, then get something different. Maybe try a carbon filter or something like that and see what happens there. So play around with that. Everything's experimentation, guys. There's no one right answer. If you feel like something's going to work for you, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else. As long as you keep trying, you're never going to fail. Way to go, Fried Egg Queen. All right, let's see what else we got. Too many different views in the carnivore community. Your recommendations for fat loss, macros, OMAD. Okay, I'm not going to get into that here, okay? But if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of videos on this topic, okay? On my YouTube channel, the one you probably want to watch first is there's a video titled "You're Eating Too Much Fat." Okay, so that's one place to go to watch a video on what my thoughts are on all these different recommendations and where things are going. Okay, a second video that thing you could watch is Coach Nat and I have a podcast called Less Glove More Fist. Okay, you can go to lessglovemorefist.com. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. It's on Google. It's all over the place, okay? We have one of our earlier episodes we did on the different types of diets, 80-20 versus PSMF and all the different things and where we think you should be on that stuff. So that's another place you could go. So my YouTube channel, I have a video called You're Eating Too Much Fat. And then our podcast, Less Glove, More Fist, we have an episode that's specifically focused on looking at the different extreme diets or extreme versions of keto carnivore and what makes the most sense. We talk about macros, the ins and outs of why you should or shouldn't do them, all that kind of stuff. All right. Hope that answers your question, Rob. I'm assuming it's Rob Jen. Let's see. Do I follow her and do I want to? I do follow her. Okay, cool. So Tatita, you do follow Nat. That's good. Keto for Prep is against it, so I'm not sure how to navigate that. Well, you gotta, okay. For anybody, there's a couple things to remember. This is a great conversation. I should probably do a whole video on this. If you have a coach, if you have a trainer, if you have a doctor or a counselor, whatever it is, okay, they work for you. Period. I don't care if they don't agree with something. You have an option. If they don't agree with it or if they don't know how to do it, then you have the wrong trainer. You have the wrong coach. You have the wrong doctor. You have the wrong therapist. Okay? Whatever it may be, they work for you. So if you are trying to do something that you feel is good for your body, for your mental health, for your relationship with food, and your trainer is against it, then that's not the trainer for you. You need to find someone who's going to help you with the things that you want. Now, you can renegotiate the relationship and say, look, I'm paying you for nutrition and fitness coaching. I need my programming and I need my nutrition. Maybe you split that up and you say, look, that's fine. You don't need to agree with keto. Maybe you don't know what to do with keto. That's awesome. Let's not worry about nutrition. I'm going to get my programming so that I can build my body using your methodology because I like your workouts, I like your programming, and I want to do that. I'm going to get someone else to help me with my nutrition. That's a way to go about it too. But something in the relationship has to change. If the person you are paying money to is refusing to help you do something that you think is best for you, then you need to renegotiate that relationship or just cut it all together. Okay, I hope that helps, Satita. Cape Town, what's going on? Congratulations on almost a full week. So much learning. Removing carbs and sugar for 10 days. What side effects should I expect? Depending on how far, where you've been prior, we could look at, chances are you'll be tired. There could be some bowel movement issues. You could be hangry. The cravings could actually go up a little bit. There's a handful of things. Tired, fuzzy, foggy, headache, things like that. Kind of withdrawal symptoms. A lot of people call it carb withdrawal more than they call it adaptation or keto flu. So the biggest things you can do is make sure you're drinking water, make sure you're getting electrolytes. I highly recommend that when people are making the transition, they include some salt or electrolytes in everything they drink, and I actually recommend that nobody drink any water that doesn't have electrolytes in it, right? So you want to make sure you're getting those electrolytes and stay hydrated. Your body, as you get rid of the carbs, is going to let go more water, and with the water is going to go the sodium. So just keep going. Just eat it all, okay? Recommended sodium intake is 3 to 5 grams per day. That's for the average person. So it's something that if you're not there, think about how can I get to 3 to 5 grams of sodium per day. That's probably the biggest thing you can do. In some cases, not all cases, and I want to be very careful with this, in some cases, exogenous ketones can help because they will help your body have the fuel accessible because your body's not good at making ketones yet. So for a period of time, and by a period of time, I mean some people can benefit for 4 to 6 weeks of taking exogenous ketones while they're first getting adapted, but don't use them as a crutch. Don't rely on them. They are not, you don't need to take them forever because we're not worried about ketones in your blood. We're not worried about ketosis. We're just using them as a tool to help you transition. Once your body starts making ketones, you can stop eating ketones. Okay, you don't need to eat a ton of fat. All right, hope that helps. Franks, what do you just do what works best for you? Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much. You bet, Tita. All right, guys, we got more people. Are you coming back to coffee after this month? I quit 2 months ago. Probably. That's a great question. Probably coming back to coffee. I know I'm coming back to eggs and butter. That's a definite. My protein powder consumption will probably go down less than it was. And that's mostly because, in my coffee, very often I like to do a chocolate protein powder. I do Equip chocolate protein, beef protein, and I mix it in and do like a mocha, make it a mocha, and I love it. It's fantastic. But I would also I got into a habit of doing the beef protein powder and making like an ice cream or a shake in the evening, a lot of evenings in a row. So that was something that will probably have to change. This bone broth idea is great. I've been doing it in the evening as well. It's a great kind of just evening routine, get into that cycle, calm down, settle down for the night. And it's It's broth. I mean, it's broth, so it's fantastic. So yeah, I will probably put coffee back in, partly because I really like coffee, and partly because we have so much and I'm not giving it away. Okay. We've got 2 or 3 bags of different stuff because I like to try different things that we already had. Dr. Vega, who's in Costa Rica, the coffee country, okay? Dr. Vega, if you don't know him, it's Philosophy Nutrition in Spanish. Nutrition is in Spanish, which means there's a C instead of a T on the shun part. So Philosophy Nutrition. Go follow him. He came out with his own coffee. High grade, amazing coffee, right? We had it when we were in Costa Rica. We ground it for espresso. Oh my God. I have a bag. So I've got that. There's a local guy in the area, Noah, who part owner in Rise Up Coffee. If you guys are interested, if you're in the Maryland area, look up Rise Up Coffee. I think it's Rise Up. It might be Rise Up _coffee or something like that. Rise Up Grounds. It's Rise Up something on Instagram. Great coffee. And we did a tour of his facility about a month ago, and he gave us like 6 or 7 bags. So we've got so much coffee that I'm going through, so it's very unlikely. And here's the big thing. I've quit coffee before, and I've never really noticed a difference in my performance and anything. So in my ability to gain muscle, performance in the gym, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, probably not. All that to say, I will probably be going back to coffee. All right. You bet, Tita. Thanks a lot, Love Sun Run. Chris Perillo. What? Dude, I haven't seen that name in forever. How you doing, man? Let's see. All right, that's everybody. Any other questions, let me know. As always, guys, you know how to get a hold of me. Shoot me a DM if there's something you want me to talk about. Comment on this video if there's something you want me to talk about. But fitness, how to get started, how to make it accessible, the importance of fitness in your journey. Guys, remember, you cannot live a high quality of life if your body can't perform. Nutrition is one part. Physical ability is the other part. Bringing the two together is where the magic happens, and that's what this is all about. Take it easy.